Introducing the all-new Backsaver Swing Hopper Auger Mover. Backsavers have interchangeable parts which allows you easy access to move or swing your augers to fit your harvesting needs. Get yours today at Norwood Sales.
Our weed of the week is field horsetail, or as we usually call it, scouring rush.
I picked up a farm just a couple of years ago, and there was a lower area of that field, and I noticed in the neighbor's field that low area actually drains into. Both of the fields have a problem with some scouring rush. Now, I'm sure the neighbor would probably say, well, it started in your field, and the guy that was farming my ground probably says, well, it started at the neighbor's field. It really doesn't matter. We normally see scouring rush in areas of poor drainage. Now, it doesn't have to be a wetland. It could be a regular area of conventionally tilled ground that just had some water sit on there for a little bit longer than we would like. But scouring rush is a really tough weed to control.
Well, the reason why it's so tough is it is a perennial weed, and it really doesn't have any leaves like a normal plant does. So how are you going to stick a herbicide on there? And when you can't control it with tillage because it's a perennial, what do you do to stop this thing?
Well, obviously, if you can dry that area out, that's going to help control scouring rush. But as far as herbicides you can use, the one that we've had better luck with has been gramoxone. It's a fast burner. You have to have great coverage though, since you don't have leaf surface area. You need real small droplets. You need good coverage and that spray and mist kind of drifting around the plant.
I got to tell the quick story though. So where I learned that gramoxone was the thing to use is there was a railroad right near us that was trying to control scouring rush, and they were dumping on high rates of atrazine and Roundup and 2,4-D, and they just couldn't control this thing. Finally, they were able to stop it with gramoxone. But I was asking the train company, why do you care about scouring rush? I mean, so you got a few weeds around the railroad track, and they said, well, scouring rush is one of the worst weeds we can have at the railroad track because if there's a whole bunch of scouring rush there, our train will keep sliding and we can't stop. That's not a good deal. Not a great big train.
So scouring rush is our weed of the week. We normally don't have a big problem in crop. It's more in these low areas, so you can deal with them separately. Use something like gramoxone, which is non-selective. It will kill everything in there, but it will only control the top growth. You may need to come back in there and hit it again if you see some regrowth.
And again, try to improve drainage, and overall, in time, you should be able to stop scouring rush.
Well, that's all the time we have for our weed of the week, but there's more Ag PhD coming up next.